Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, your story titled, My fiance found out about my college days. He hasn't talked to me in 3 days. I don't know if this is going to end. And a shout out to Jared for sending in this story. And guys, this story is all about a gal. She's 28, engaged to be married, and recently her fiance found out about her past. And good God Almighty, does this girl have a past? But she blames the fact that her excuse is, hey, it was college. Well, you want to know what she was doing in college? Well, as many have heard the expression, the hose phase, and I'm speaking a slight code there, or being the village bicycle, that kind of thing. And to make matters worse, at one point, to her, she engaged in a group activity, if you will, with 4 other dudes. Well, she's kept that quiet from her boyfriend, now fiancé, this whole time. Well, as these things usually go, one day he finds out, and it ain't going too well for her. And it's a perfect example, guys. One, you got to do your homework on who you get involved with nowadays, because in the age of empowerment, your average gal, he would think looks all sweet and innocent, definitely was quite frisky during the college days, being empowered and all. And you got to do your homework, because they ain't going to tell you. And also, I might add that for any gals that stumble upon this video and think I'm Satan, well, you may think I'm Satan, but you better tell your guy about your past, because you may bury it now, but eventually the truth will come out. And if you're lucky, it would happen before you got married. But afterwards, way worse. It will come out. You better tell your guy. And if you think, hey, if I tell him the truth about my past, he'll break up with me, well, that's probably likely, but at least you were honest. And you may have to look for a guy that, well, was kind of like you. But anyhow, guys, and oh yeah, this story is a few years old. It took place, I guess, around COVID or so. To my knowledge, I didn't cover this, but I've covered thousands of videos, so who the hell knows? But I'm sure you'll tell me in the comment section. And oh yeah, one more thing, guys, you haven't done already, check out the merchandise store. Got a lot of good stuff, a lot of smack gear, shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, all that. Definitely good stuff. I will put it in the link in the description, as well as the top of the comment section. Those smack shirts are selling like hotcakes. You never know, you might run into somebody wearing one of those. So it starts off, she says, I've been with my fiancé for 2 years and engaged for 2 months. I can go on and on about how great he is, but I won't waste your time. He's awesome. Him and my sister's boyfriend have gotten really close over the past year, and they talk at least twice a week, whether on the phone or FaceTime, or just hang out with the 4 of us. My sister has been with her boyfriend since high school, so obviously her boyfriend knows me very well as my dating history. Uh-oh. Last weekend, because of the quarantine, we all thought it would be fun to drink and hang out over FaceTime. Like I said, this is a few years ago during those quarantine months, depending where you lived. It was a FaceTime double date, and we all had a blast. Laughing, playing drinking games. We all partied for over an hour, and that's when it was over. That's when I was over it, and I decided to leave the party to call my sister directly without the boys in another room. Well, my fiancée and her boyfriend stayed on FaceTime and continued to get drunk together. During this time, I couldn't hear anything because I was in another room, and I was talking to my sister. My sister's boyfriend goes and tells a bunch of stories about my college days and how many guys I hooked up with. Okay, there you go. But here's the thing. One, if they were buddies, why didn't that guy tell him sooner? Well, obviously he felt pressure because, of his girlfriend and all that, but regardless. Well, just so everybody knows, I don't know the actual number. Well, I'll tell you something. My first 3 years of college was literally one giant party. Without being too descriptive, I admit I was excessive. But at this time, it was just what we did. I was single during that time, and me and my friends did a lot. With a lot of guys, most of them I couldn't even pick out of a lineup. But again, I was in college. She wrote that part in giant letters, exclamation point. Yeah, well, guess what? A lot of people go to college, and it doesn't mean they turn into gigolos or escorts, if you will, or behave like them. I mean, come on here. But I was in college, free pass. But again, given this description here, she conveniently left that out to her fiancé, who was once her boyfriend, and it's going to come bite her in the butt. Anyway, one of the parties I went to, I ended up hooking up with 4 different guys at the same time. This is relevant later. I'm imagining the logistics in this whole thing here, you know? Well, you guys can use your imagination on that. My fiance is handsome, and I know for a fact he's been with several women. We talked about our past a lot in the beginning of our relationship. I wasn't 100% honest about mine, and I can only assume that he was. I don't want to hear he's been with a lot of women. Obviously, that's a drop in the bucket compared to how many sausages she's had thrown at her. After everybody hung up, me and my fiance were laying in bed, about to sleep, when he just calmly asked me, "Did you get G-banged in college?" You can picture her eyes just going, psh. My response was, "What the fuck? Why would you ask that?" That's when he told me everything that my sister's boyfriend told him. He told me details I'm not even sure are 100% true because, again, it's a blur. But a lot of the info was accurate, so I just told him yes. It was one time. Oh, okay. If she got plowed out by Chad and Tyrone and their two close friends only one time at the same time, then that's okay. What about the other, plenty other dudes you can't remember here? But again, it was college. He continued asking questions about the other stuff, but the G-bang thing kept coming up, and he had a lot of questions about it that I answered to the best of my knowledge. There ain't no way she truly answered it to the best of her knowledge. And the crazy thing is, she doesn't really remember a whole lot. Well, fast forward to Wednesday. Things have been fine and normal for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But on Wednesday, radio silence. He hasn't texted or talked to me in 3 days. The breaking point was tonight when he came home from work and asked me the following. Are you friends with any of the guys on Facebook? Again, not lying to him, I admitted that yes, I was friends with all of them. So, to this day, years later, she's engaged to this dude, and she still is connected with all those guys on Facebook. Uh-huh. You want to talk about insult to injury here. He left a few hours ago, and I have no idea where he is or what he's doing. He's probably throwing up. That's what he's doing. I'm tempted to call the cops, but I feel like that will just make it worse. I feel like garbage. I effing hate my sister's boyfriend right now, but maybe it's not even his fault. Maybe I should have been more honest. There's an idea, genius. What, she's going to blame the boyfriend? He told this dude. Now, granted, a good bro would have told him sooner, but okay, they obviously became friends over time. Still, she's going to blame him? Really? This is why you got to let people know these things very early on in the I don't even say relationship, I'd say the dating process. Obviously not a first time thing when you're having a quick meal over at, I don't know, the Cheesecake Factory, but definitely second date conversation, third date, absolutely. But she kept this bottle up all this time, hoping he'd never find out. That's what they do. The truth is always going to come out. I'm so lost. He's the best thing that ever happened to me, and I've never seen him like this before. Is this the end? He refuses to take any of my calls and texts. Girl, give this guy some freaking space. That's what you need to do. Even though you're dying inside, how do you think he's feeling? He's thinking, holy crap, I don't know this girl. Yeah, I knew she was with some dudes, but not like that. G-bangs and higher numbers and doing Lord knows what. There ain't no way he's going to, even though he didn't obviously see this, what's going on in his head, and in fact, it's probably worse. Give him some space, and if he ends it with you, he ends it with you. And next time, learn your freaking lesson and be more transparent, giving the guy an option. Because he's thinking, I'm wasting 2 years with this broad, and I'm with the freaking Village Bicycle. Well, now to her update. She says, well, he eventually came back in the middle of the night, and we talked until morning. We both agreed that he needs to distance himself from the relationship while he figures stuff out. I think he's already figured it out quite well. He admitted the only thing he cared about was the G-bang, and he told me he couldn't get the visual out of his head. What'd I tell you? He then told me about a 3-way he had in college, which I think is totally made up, and he just wanted to get a rise out of me, but who knows? It sounded so unbelievable, and it felt like he was trying to get back at me. I actually think I can actually kind of buy that he probably would make it up just to try to stick it to her. No pun intended. She's been stuck too many times. But maybe he did. I don't know. But I'm guessing probably not. He's just full of crap, just trying to piss her off. We did make love before he went to sleep, but it was not good. And by not good, I mean he felt like he was just trying to punish me once again. Oh, he angry after. Everything was weird from the kissing to the ending. Being vague here because that probably is what got me my post delete the last time. Well, he left in the morning to go stay with his parents, and I haven't seen him since. Can you blame the guy? That's a major, major deal he found out about, and you didn't tell him. You kept it bottled up. And also, think about it. For him, he's like, all these other people know about her, except me. And she's connected to those same freaking guys on Facebook. And in his mind, what else is she not telling me? We still text every day, but it's different. Everything is different, and at this point, I'm almost positive we aren't going to get married. You think? And again, at this point, I'm okay with that. I know I effed up, and I know I lied, and all I can do is live and learn. No, you're not okay. You're not fooling us, honey. As soon as this quarantine ends, I plan on using my work program that helps people find therapists. It's part of my benefits, and I've never used it before, and I'm legitimately excited to start working on myself for the future, whatever may happen between me and him. Now to everyone who left me nice messages, I couldn't reply to you all, so I'm saying thank you for your help and your advice. None of you know me, but you're awesome, and I hope everybody nothing but the best. To the people who left horrible messages, yes, I read every one of them. No, your names do not hurt me. I'm not perfect and never claimed to be, and I know I have a lot of work to do. You can't change the past, but you can at least learn to be honest. That's what you can do, and you didn't do that. So you don't need lots of work to do on yourself. You're going to need countless of therapy sessions. Just be fucking honest with the next dude you're with. But you're going to lose a lot of guys by being honest. Be prepared for that. She's going to have to get together with probably a porn star or something. But I hope all of you happiness in your perfect relationships with your perfect selves. Good luck with everything. Ooh. Oh, snap, honey. Also, just want to point out, there was some confusion about who I was friends with on Facebook. It was just the 4 guys from the gangbang that I was friends with, not every guy I'd ever been with. Oh, well, okay, that makes this so much better. And I've since deleted every single one of them. Again, my F up, live and learn. So before I go into the comments here, and a lot of people are agreeing with me and a lot of you, this is why, guys, you got to do your homework. This is I cannot stress that enough in today's world where the FNS movement has made a sense of empowerment to hook up with every dude in town, and not to mention the ease of getting male attention from dating apps and social media. You got to do your homework. I mean, you always had to do your homework, but especially now. And I can't. And since so many gals love the attention and validation of putting their pictures up on social media, amongst many other things, you got to definitely do your homework and do your due diligence, because a lot of times they're not going to tell you. There ain't no way. And for any girls that watch this or stumble upon this video, because I know my 4%ers are cool, but any gal that stumbles upon this and you probably hate my guts, you better be transparent. That's what I'm telling you. And guys too. Your relationship, guys, be transparent. It may get you dumped, but at least that person, if the person doesn't dump you, the gal doesn't dump you, at least, they now know what they're dealing with. But if you bury things away, hope somebody doesn't find out, nope. Not gonna. It can go 20, 30 years. Your dirty deeds are going to come out one way or another. Now some comments here. One guy says here, the actual S-word details aside, it's embarrassing to find out that so many other people know personal stuff about your future spouse that you would have never shared with him. Not only is it your sister's boyfriend that knew, but it sounds like just about everybody that knew you in college. I believe you didn't interact with them on Facebook, but it just doesn't look good when you've embarrassed of what you did with them, and it only relates to your fiancé. Everything was fine as long as he didn't know. From his perspective, he realizes that you are someone that will lie or omit things out of self-preservation. That's not something that easy to brush aside. Right, this guy would never believe her again. Would you? Would any of you guys want to get married to a gal you just found that lied to you and hid graphic details of her past? G-bangs and stuff like that? Oh, hell no. Another one, he doesn't want to go through life knowing that he may end up interacting with a group of dudes who all G-banged his wife, like a college reunion or wedding or something like that. He's anticipating that being a very traumatic event for him, and is wondering if he can really go through life knowing these people are out there. He probably feels like a cuck, even though the thought of these guys seeing pictures of him on your Facebook is probably too much to take. He's probably imagining them scrolling through their feed and seeing a picture of you together, and them saying, oh man, we ran that train on that guy's wife. Ouch. Well, some people would think that. So anyhow, too bad for her. This is what you get for bottling things up and not being honest with your guy. But there's going to be more and more of that as time goes on. You're going to see more and more TikTok crybaby fests and Instagram reels and YouTube video shorts and all that, and blog posts and Reddit posts. More and more complaining about this type of thing going on, especially the gals that during the quarantine time in the 2020s and OnlyFans got known. Put up a few pictures hoping to be the next star, multimillionaire. Never happened, and they just hope it never got out. But meanwhile, there's pictures and videos of them out there. You're going to see a lot of that going on about getting dumped and all that, and the crying and pleading. And we're going to be like, hey, told you so. But hey, at least it was empowering. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And guys, you can find a good story, send it my way. strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. And if it's a good one, I'll definitely cover it. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.